Never give up. Never, never give up. My friends, I have no doubt most of you know who Jimmy V is. Why am I starting this video talking about Jimmy V? Jimmy V is a great American icon. Passed away in 1993 from leukemia. Jimmy V from Iona College, New Rochelle, New York, is my hero, is my inspiration. That statement, never give up, don't ever give up. Why? Because I also went to high school in New Rochelle, only 3 miles away from Iona College. And it appears that Charles Leclerc will forever remember that never giving up and never giving up is worth to live by. I'm so glad when Charles looked back, these type of challenges are what sometimes becomes life transformational. Because what Charles has been through, many have been tested and failed. He could have panicked, make a mistake, hit the brakes, his foot stuck. In so many ways, this race could have ended with tears. Charles Leclerc kept it as calm to you as possible and prevented us from witnessing a track destruction should Max Verstappen have won this race from the so-called Orange Army. Charles Leclerc, I hope this is a life lesson. Congratulations. You know, it appears that at the end of the race, Mick Schumacher, who I would praise loudly, when I'm a huge fan of Mick Schumacher, he received 25.3% of the vote as a driver of the day, thus he was one. Charles Leclerc was second at 15.3%. In my opinion, they both deserve it because there's so many things that could have gone wrong with Charles' race, and so many ways. So many others before him have made that mistake. So Lewis Hamilton, what can you say? Another champion's drive. Third race in a row, third podium. You know what? George Russell had an amazing drive. What George Russell should learn from Sir Lewis Hamilton is that what Juan Pablo Montoya never learned, and to this day in American touring cars, Juan Pablo still makes the same mistakes. You don't have to, and you certainly don't need to win the race the first turn, the first lap. If Russell, now you could say, well, you know, Sam, this happened to Lewis Hamilton with Alex Albon. It's true. And I would stand firm to say Alex Albon was at fault, even though it appears that George, because obviously what's good for the goose is good for the gander, when they penalize Lewis, they have to penalize George for what almost seemed identical. But if George had just been a bit more like Lewis was today, when he realized that Mick Schumacher at the beginning had an advantage and he let him pass, he came back and he had an amazing race. I think this comes with experience. Congratulations to George from going second to last and finishing fourth after Sir Lewis Hamilton. Really, it's not much to say except that I also wanted to mention Naomi. I think Naomi today have really proven that her insights, her background in racing adds a lot of value. And again shows why Sir Lewis Hamilton believes that diversity is the spice of life. And his push for diversity is only going to make our sport stronger. I really enjoyed her viewpoints, the insight, and the observation, you know, while today with Johnny, my friend Johnny Herbert. I really thought Naomi did an amazing job. Really do. Can't wait for the next race. in 2 weeks. It seems like a track that will suit the Mercedes better, and I can't wait to see, hopefully this time, because I do believe again today that despite Lewis Hamilton's on third, he really had a chance of challenging Max if there weren't a virtual safety car at the last minute that allowed Max Verstappen to pit once again for a medium set of tires. I honestly believe that was going to come. Unfortunately for Lewis again, this happened and allowed those guys ahead of him to also pit and benefited and came out in front of him with tires that are maybe a few laps newer and the same type of tires. Thank you. Looking forward to the next one. Appreciate you always. God bless.